And are you the mother of Estelle Jane Smith?
I am.
And how old is she?
She's 1 year old.
And who is her biological father?
Caden Edwards.
Okay. And paternity testing has been conducted, correct?
Yes.
And that confirms that he is her father, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now you agree that Mr. Edwards should pay child support of $443 a month and medical support of $50 a month, correct?
Yes.
And you also agree that you should be ordered to continue to apply to enroll the child in a government health plan because insurance is not available through any other means, correct?
Yes.
And you also agree to a retroactive child support judgment from date of birth to today's date, and your child was born July 9th of 2024, of $5,914. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you agree that Mr. Edwards can pay that at $35 a month, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, since your child's been born, has Mr. Edwards seen her?
One time.
Okay, when was that?
If let me go back on the date. I can tell you exactly.
Has it been recently or right after she was born?
It was right after she was born in 2024.
Okay. And did he have her by himself, or were you there, or was somebody else there?
I was there and his mom was there.
Okay. And how long was the visit?
It didn't last very long. He held her for a couple minutes to get a picture and then he left.
Okay. Now, when you were in the hospital having her, did you let him know?
Yes, I let him know that I was headed to the hospital. I was going into the surgery, and then I FaceTimed him right after she was born, and I was in the recovery room.
Okay. Now, did he come to the hospital?
No, he was in Montana.
Okay. Now, since that one visit, has he expressed interest in seeing her any further?
No, he told me that she is not his kid.
Okay. And so since the paternity test results confirm that it is his child, have you contacted him regarding visiting or anything like that?
I did.
Okay. And what was the result of that?
I got ignored.
Okay. Have there been any issues in the past that would necessitate the court keeping your current address and phone number and other personal information out of the court order?
I feel unsafe because I have text messages of him wishing death upon me and my baby.
Okay. And when were those sent?
Back in 2024,
Okay. While you were pregnant or after you had the baby?
while I was pregnant.
Okay. And what did they say?
One text message for word that I can say that he said is, let me pull it up. He said, I hope you die in a car crash and you lose the baby.
Okay. And were there any other text messages like that?
Yes.
And what did they say?
He called me a bitch a lot. He called me an ungrateful piece of shit. He said, I hope you have a miscarriage.
Okay.
And then he said, I hope you know you're not actually pregnant. It was all a lie to keep me around.
Okay. And those were all sent when you were pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe that your address, phone number, and other personal information being contained in the court order might cause you or your child harm either physically or emotionally?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're requesting that that be kept out of the court order?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of visitation are you requesting that Mr. Edwards have?
supervised visitation in a public area.
Okay. And so, who could be doing the supervising?
My mother or my sister-in-law, and
Okay,
I also
what
have
are
a
their
friend
names?
that's
Okay, what are their
Lisa
names?
Smith and Melissa Smith.
Okay, and your mom's name is?
Lisa Smith.
Oh, okay. Are you comfortable with his mother doing any visitation, supervision?
No,
Why not?
no. Because not too long ago, she asked if she could come see my daughter, and I said, yes, you can come see her, but I want her to stay with me. And she showed up, and I was out of town at the time because I was going shopping for something, and my mom was watching her, and she told my mom that I told her that she could take her for the weekend. And I said, no, no.
Okay,
And she lied about that, and I don't feel safe around her.
okay. And his mother has never had the child overnight, correct?
Never. She's visit her with me around.
Okay. Now, without saying where you live, how far away do you live from Mr. Edwards? Like, is it?
I want to say roughly 2 hours, maybe
Okay.
an hour and a half, but I want to say 2 hours.
Okay. And what kind of public place did you have in mind for this visitation to take place?
I have a family friend that's willing to let me use his shop that has cameras and everything, or the park.
Okay. And what's the name of the park?
I believe the park is called Fair Park.
Okay. And that's in the town where you live?
Yes, that's in Childress.
Okay. And what's the name of this shop?
It's called Daddy's Tire Shop.
Okay. Is there anything like a restaurant or anything like that that could be used?
It's a restaurant and a tire shop.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right.
Yes, it's both.
Okay. So what day of the week and what time of day would work for supervised visitation?
Middle of the week, Monday through Fridays, and sometime in the mid-afternoon.
Okay. What about weekends?
Um, I don't know about weekends because my family's always off on the weekends, and we normally do some family stuff. Not every weekend, but I can't guarantee a weekend.
Okay. Well, if Mr. Edwards works during the week and the
Yeah,
judge would order weekend visitation, would Saturday or Sunday be better?
Sunday
Okay. Could you give the court a time frame, like morning or afternoon or?
afternoon.
Okay.
The judge lays out the case, and the tension begins to build.
And after Mr. Edwards exercises a number of supervised visitation, should he then have, if those go well, should he then have unsupervised visitation?
As long as I'm there.
Okay, well, then that would still be supervised. Okay.
Yeah, so no.
Okay. And what's the reason that you think somebody should always be there?
Because he's only seen her once, and I don't know if he knows all her needs, and I just want her to make sure she's always had everything she needs.
Okay, does she have any special needs?
No, she has
Okay.
no special needs.
Okay.
Just she can't talk right now, and so I go off of her little cues.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to tell the court regarding any of these issues I haven't asked you about?
No.
The state passes the witness.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you. Now, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the front where was it the first time that that Caden saw the child, where were y'all at located? Where were y'all physically at when he did that?
It was his grandmother's house.
Okay. Do you remember when that was?
I want to say it was in August or October. I believe it was in August, but it was in 2024.
Okay. Now, aside from Caden, would you agree with me that Caden's mother and some of his other relatives, mainly his grandmother, have up until earlier this year, were kind of consistently seeing the child, correct?
Yes.
In fact, do you recall a meeting on August 22nd of 2024 where Caden's mother and grandmother met you and your mom at the Plaza Restaurant in Childress?
Yes.
And that lasted somewhere around 2 hours?
I believe so.
Okay. Then in September 1st of 24, do you recall Caden's mother and a gentleman named Sonny Combs coming? Do you have an apartment in Childress, or is that someone else's apartment that they came to see Stella?
It's my apartment and my mom's.
Okay. And they were there about
It's in
3
both
hours,
rooms.
right?
Yes.
Okay. On September 13th of 24, did you take Stella and go to Paulette Wingate's house? That's Caden's grandmother's house, up here in Amarillo.
Yes.
And y'all stayed about 6 hours, didn't you?
I don't recall. I think so.
Okay. And in October 2nd of 24, Caden's mom came and saw you and Stella in Childress again for several hours on an afternoon, didn't she?
Yes.
And on October 12th, you and Stella came to Amarillo to Paulette Wingate's house again and spent pretty much all of one afternoon and into the evening at that house. Correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. And October 15th of 24, y'all did that again and spent most of the day at the house, at Paulette's house. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And November 13th, y'all came to Paulette's again and spent from noon till almost 11 o'clock at night.
I believe so. Wait, no, I don't believe I stayed that late because I don't recall. I might have, but I don't recall staying ever like past dark because I was uncomfortable to drive at night.
Okay.
So I don't know for sure about that 11 o'clock at night.
Sure. December 21st of 24, did you and Stella and a gentleman named Toby come to Paulette's house and spend several hours for Christmas?
Not several hours, just like maybe 40 minutes, maybe an hour, not several hours.
Okay. Now, is this February 20th or February 22nd visitation or visit that Caden's mom and grandmother made where there's this issue with you saying that they lied about what you had told them they could do with Stella, correct?
Yes.
And you're saying that you never gave them any indication they could take Stella.
I never gave them the indication they could take her. I said they could come visit her.
Yeah. And so you just cut everything off with them after that, didn't you?
I felt unsafe because I was scared she was going to take my daughter away.
Okay. Did you ever feel unsafe? You had the child around her multiple times. Did you ever feel unsafe any other time?
I had a bad feeling, but I knew that I could protect my daughter myself. So
Okay. So you had a bad feeling about it, so you kept going back.
I wanted him to and his family to be close to his family, but then once they got to the point where they said they could take her and I did not give them permission to take her, I couldn't.
Well, and I understand that. I really do. I truly understand your hesitancy, being a young mother and everything. But assuming Caden wants to be involved in your child's life, that almost certainly he's going to get to take her at some point. Do you
Repeat
understand?
that one more time, sorry.
Assuming he wants to be involved in her life and he does whatever the judge tells him to do, that he's probably going to get to take her at some point down the road.
I'm aware.
I'm sorry?
I am aware, yes.
But you don't want to agree to that happening, do you?
No, sir.
Because you don't want him to ever see that child without you present, do you?
She's my daughter. I got to protect her at all times,
Okay.
and she's my main priority. I don't care if he sees her. That's fine. I've been trying to reach out since I found out I was pregnant.
Now you said he might not know how to take care of her because he hasn't seen her but once, correct?
Yes.
Had you ever had a child before Stella?
I have never had a child before Estelle.
And obviously you had no idea what Stella's needs were when she was born, did you? Because she had just been born.
My mother instincts kicked in, and I figured it out right quick.
Okay. So only mothers can take care of children?
Anybody can take care of their kid. It's just I tried reaching out, and he told me she wasn't his. Even the test told him the kid was his.
Well, I'm not gonna make any apologies for him if he said horrible things to you. I mean, we'll deal with him on that. We'll talk to him about that. But you've lately been attempting to reestablish your relationship with him, haven't you?
I tried, not in relation with me, like getting to know his daughter. I've always wanted him to get to know his daughter, and then he says some unnice things, and I let him be for a couple months, and I tried reaching out again. I'll reach out every once in a while. I'm not opposed to keeping a child away from their biological family. It's just you say certain things, and I can't push no more, and I leave you be for a little while.
Well, you've made it known to friends of yours or some family of yours that have in turn reached out to Caden that you want you and him to get back together, haven't you?
I don't want to get back together with him. I just want him to have an understanding relationship with me and get with our daughter.
Okay, so you haven't.
I do love and care for him. I do love and care for him. I don't want an actual girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage. I don't want that. I just want an understanding relationship between us, because I do love and care for him. He is the father of my child. Yes. I just want that kind of relationship.
Okay. Are you working anywhere?
I applied at a few jobs, but I have not.
Okay. Does your mom work?
Yes, she does.
Where does she work?
She works at the prison here in Childress.
Okay. So does she work a regular shift or some sort of rotating shift?
She works a set schedule.
Is it Monday, Fridays, that type of thing?
No, it's different kind. It's like she works 4 days and she's off 4 days, and then she works 6 days and she's off 2 days, and she works 4 days, off 4 days, works 6 days, off 2 days. That schedule.
Okay. Who is Melissa Smith?
My sister-in-law.
Does she work?
No.
I'll pass witness.
Anything further, Ms. Ratliff?
Ms. Smith, in all those lists of visits that Mr. Wilson had you testify about, was Caden ever there or just his relatives?
It
Even after DNA confirmed the truth, he turned his back.
was just his relative, but they called him a few times and he wouldn't talk to them.
Okay. So he's really himself only seen her once. It was just his relatives that seen her other times, correct?
Yes, besides that one time he did see her at Paulette, I believe that's her name, his grandmother's house.
Okay. State passes the witness.
Mr. Wilson, any redirect or any further questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Smith, do you have anything that you would like to testify to that you have not been asked about regarding these issues?
Not of myself. I'm just wanting to know why all of a sudden Caden wants to be in her life after sending me nasty text messages.
Okay.
Is it
All
just
right.
because I'm having him to pay child support or what? I don't know.
Any further witnesses, Ms. Ratliff?
Yes, the state calls Caden Edwards.
Okay. Mr. Edwards, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed.
Sir, would you please state your name?
Caden Edwards.
Okay. And earlier, did you hear me announce the agreement regarding $443 child support, $50 a month medical support, a retroactive child support judgment of $5,914 due at $35 a month by you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what you want to agree to today regarding those issues?
Yes, ma'am.
And you also, it's my understanding, you also agree to pay court costs if the district clerk bills you by September 8th of 2026. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, did you send those text messages to Ms. Smith?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you've seen this child in person how many times?
Once, but over a 3-day period.
Okay.
November 13th, that weekend.
Okay, November of
February.
2024?
Of
November?
November of 24, she
Okay.
basically, Estella and Kirsten basically spent the last couple days, Saturday through Monday, of me being on leave from Montana while I was here in Texas. Kirsten is the one that took me to the airport to fly back to Montana Monday.
Okay. Okay. And are you working here in Texas now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what city do you live in?
Amarillo.
And how far is that from Miss Smith?
2 hours.
Okay. And what are your work hours?
Monday through Friday, most of the time 8 to 5, sometimes later, sometimes earlier, and I am on call on weekends.
Okay. Is it more likely that you work on Saturdays than Sundays, or you don't know?
It's a 50-50.
Okay. And you understand that the mother, due to the age of the child and other issues, is requesting supervised visitation, correct?
Yes.
Do you have an issue with her mother supervising or Melissa Smith supervising?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and why is that?
Can't trust them.
Okay, and who do you want to be doing the supervising?
My mother, my grandmother, or my sister.
Do they all live in Amarillo?
Correct.
Would they be able to go to Childress to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what are their names?
Tasha Stanton is my mother. Paulette Wingate is my grandmother. And Taylor Edwards is my sister.
And who of those three people has seen the child the most?
My mother, Tasha Stanton, and my grandmother, Paulette Wingate.
Okay. The state passes the witness.
Now, Caden, would you agree with me in retrospect that those text messages weren't a very good thing to do?
Yes, sir.
Were you angry with her? We won't get into the reasons, but were you angry with her at the time?
Yes, I was.
Did you truly wish harm to come upon her or the child at that time?
No, sir.
Now, when you were working in Montana, physically it was a long way to get down here. Would you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And you testified just now that one time when you were able to get down here, that you and the baby and Kirsten spent a lot of time together.
Correct.
Okay. And your mother and your grandmother were down here and were available at that point in time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, since February, which Kirsten testified, she kind of cut everybody off by that point in time. And coincidentally, that's about the time you got back down here, correct?
Correct.
Has anybody had either of you, if you had contact with her, or do you know if she's tried to have contact with you?
No, she has not had contact with me until a couple days ago, to where she was wanting me to drop the lawsuit or case.
Okay. Now, I mean, you have no doubt, obviously, you have the paternity test that Stella's your child.
Correct.
And would you agree with me that ever since the birth of the child, your mom and your grandmother should have been acting like it's your child?
Yes, they have.
Okay. And did you believe it was your child?
Yes, I did.
When she was pregnant, were there times when probably you and her got in an argument and you said something about it not being your kid?
Yes.
Did she get mad and say ugly things to you too?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Things you neither one should do. Would you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, with regard to your work, I know you said you're only calling the weekends, but have we discussed that certainly initially with whatever your visitation might be, that you think that you can get your boss to work with you to, when you have visitation, that they'll try to figure out some way to get around you being on call while you're doing your visits?
Yes, sir.
And then when those visitations get a little bigger, we'll figure out a way to do that, but you'll have other ways of taking care of the child.
Correct.
Okay. Do you agree and understand that you probably have things to learn about Stella because you haven't been around her?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you would be willing, whatever Kirsten can tell you that could help you, that would be a good thing, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you just don't think it's a good idea for you and her to be in the same room together right now?
Not as of right now, no.
Okay. With regard to her mother and her sister-in-law, have you had issues with them in the past?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What type of issues?
Just not telling the truth. Basically simple stuff like that.
Okay.
Just lying about little stuff.
I mean, in fact, if you've been made aware and have a great belief that a lot of the time since the baby has been born, that Kirsten's not really living in Childress at her mom's or with her mom.
No.
That at times she's been living in Roaring Springs.
Correct. With her ex-boyfriend.
Okay. And you don't have any issue with her being with her ex-boyfriend, do you?
No, I don't.
But she's they're acting like the baby's in Childress, or that she's in Childress, and the baby may or may not be in Childress.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of that, if you got to go to Childress some, you'll go to Childress some, won't you?
Yes, sir.
And even what the judges, what Kirsten's saying that she doesn't, who she wants to supervise that you don't want. I mean, if that's what the judge does, if you want to see your child, you're going to have to do it, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've got some ground to make up. Would you agree with me?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you're willing to do that however you need to do that?
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness.
Miss Smith, do you have any questions of Mr. Edwards about what he has testified to?
I do.
Please make sure
I have a
they're in the
question.
form of a question and not statements.
Yes. I want to know what he believes my sister-in-law has done and lied about to him because she has not ever met or talked to him.
You can answer that.
Just the things that you've said to me when we were first together.
What
That
was just said? I didn't pick it up.
from what you told me when we first got together and I first met her.
Can you recall when you first met her? Because to my recall, you never met her. You met my brother, yes, but you never met my sister-in-law.
She used to work at the burger joint right across the street from the old pawn shop there in town.
Can you tell me the name? There's many burger joints.
I cannot.
Her trust shattered. She refuses to leave her child unprotected.
Is evidence?
No.
Okay. Respond, is it 2? I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, Father's Exhibit
Okay.
2.
Father's Exhibit 2 is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Let me ask you this, Tasha, have you and Kirsten ever, up until this deal in February, had y'all had any bad words with each other much?
No, not at all, sir.
Had you gotten along with Lisa most of the time?
Yes,
Had everybody been fairly cooperative and seemed to want y'all to want Caden's side of the family to have a connection with this child?
oh, yes,
I mean, you spent several hours at a time in their house, correct?
correct, yes, sir.
And again, are you willing, where is it you work?
I'm waiting tables at Lone Star Bar and Grill and Amarillo National Bank,
Okay.
executive dining room.
Okay. And so what days and hours do you work?
Tuesday through Friday.
Okay. And would you be available to help if there was some supervision needed and if there's some transport needed at some point in time? If your work's a little more flexible than Caden's?
Oh, yes, yes, sir, most definitely.
Okay. And you believe that your mother can also help too?
Yes, correct.
All right. I'll pass witness.
Ms. Ratliff?
State has no questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Smith, do you have any questions?
I do. I have a question for Caden. If he's okay
hold
with
on.
his mom.
Hold on. This is for Miss Stanton. Do you have any questions for Miss Stanton?
Oh, I do have a question for her. I was wondering if she knew that her son said to me that she is unsafe and not to have Stella alone. That her son, Caden Edwards, said that. She's aware of that.
No, ma'am, I've never heard him say that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Wilson?
No, Your Honor, I'm done.
Okay. All right, you can be excused, Miss Stanton.
That was all next. Judge Father will rest.
Okay. All right. The state is rested. Mr. Wilson is rested for Mr. Edwards. Miss Smith, do you have any other testimony?
I do have a statement to testify on.
Okay. You may proceed.
I just want to know, or testify on that Caden said that he does not feel safe. He said to me that he does not want his mom to have Stella by herself.
Okay. Anything further?
That's all.
Okay. All right. Close, Miss Ratliff.
Yes, Your Honor, the state would request that the court find that Caden Edwards is the biological father of the child and establish a parent-child relationship and order the appropriate conservatorship and possession orders based on the testimony presented, that the court grant a non-disclosure of Ms. Smith's personal information, and that the court approve the agreement of the parties as to current child support, medical support, retroactive support, and the payment thereon, and also as to court costs.
Okay. Mr. Wilson?
We'll close, Judge, and we would ask the court, first of all, likewise, to approve the parties' agreements. in the specifics that they've been announced to the court, and inappropriate orders with regard to conservatorship. With regard to visitation, Judge, I know these are always difficult, and I know in your particular position, you deal with these probably as much or more as any other judges of any level in the state. And I think what we have is a particular situation here that is beneficial, that we've got these paternal grandmothers that have had a decent amount of contact with the child. Granted, it's been a few months at this point, and I understand that, but clearly saw the child quite a bit, as much or more than grandparents do a lot of times over the period of time that they were allowed to see the child, and that there appears to be nothing wrong at all with their ability to care for the child or supervise Mr. Edwards's time with the child. Notwithstanding this dispute in the testimony we have about what happened in February of 24, I don't think even under that scenario, the court can come to any conclusion that at worst it is a misunderstanding. The contention or sort of implication that Ms. Stant was going to steal the child and run off just doesn't really have any basis. And we think it was just either an unfortunate misunderstanding or some, buyer's remorse by Ms. Smith. So we would ask the court to set up a relatively quick scale up. We're not asking for standard, and we know that's going to take a while to get there, but a scale up that'll allow Mr. Edwards to get back in the saddle and be this child's father. And if it needs to be supervised, to allow his side of the family to do it, because I think that will work better, to be quite honest. It's not going to be very good if he gets an hour or two around her, Ms. Smith, or her mom, when there's these allegations, these horrible things that have been said that, neither side should be saying. So we would ask the court to do that, to scale that up to unsupervised fairly quickly, and then get us on a path to a standard, and also change the child's surname to Edwards. Thanks.
All right, Ms. Smith, what are you requesting?
That as he can have supervised visits, but as long as one of my family members and myself are there. And
Okay.
for my daughter to keep my last name because she's my daughter.
Okay. I will approve the agreements reached by the parties. I will also establish Mr. Edwards as the father of the child. I will order that the child's last name be changed to Smith Edwards, because he is also the father of the child. So the child will have both of your names. As to the contested issues before the court, I am going to order Ms. Smith be named the sole managing conservator of the child, with Mr. Edwards being a possessory conservator of the child. I'm going to order a non-disclosure for Ms. Smith as she has requested, and order that the parties communicate through app close. The parties can agree to communicate through texting each other, but should that result in any issues that they've had in the past, I believe app close would be a better tool for them to use. It's a free application, and it really centers on the child being the focus of your conversations. I'm going to order a modified, phased in possession schedule because the child is under the age of 3. I will order these possessions to take place at a public location mutually agreed to by the parties. Absent a mutual agreement, I believe they said they've met at the plaza before in Childress. I will name the plaza as the location place should you not be able to reach an agreement. Because the parties live so far apart, I will order one Sunday each month at Mr. Edwards' choosing, and he must give Ms. Smith at least 5 days notice prior to exercising that possession and access. So the first visits on a Sunday will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. for 5 periods of possession. After all 5 periods of possession have been completed consecutively, then those periods of possession will be supervised by Ms. Smith or someone she designates, but equally, Mr. Edwards will also be allowed to bring his own supervisor. And so each party will be represented by a supervisor and have that possession together. After those 5 consecutive visits are completed, it will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. with the exchange location being at the plaza in Childress for 5 periods of possession. After the 5 consecutive periods of possession unsupervised from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So the exchange and drop off will be at the plaza unless the parties mutually agree to something else. And I should have started this out by saying that the parties can agree to any type of visitation that they want to, as long as they agree to it mutually. Absent mutual agreement, then they can follow the orders that I'm advising of right now. So after the 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., 5 periods of possession unsupervised, it will be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. One Sunday of the month, and that will continue until the child is 3 years old. After the child turns 3, it will be 6 p.m. on Saturday to 6 p.m. on Sunday, one night overnight for 5 periods of possession. After those are completed, it will go into a standard possession order. Now, while the modified possession is taking place, I'm also going to order Thursday electronic contact between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. so that Mr. Edwards has the ability to be in contact with the child on a weekly basis, not just a monthly basis. So he will still have some contact every week, but those will be electronic unless by chance Mr. Edwards is able to make those visitations in person. Again, he would need to provide Ms. Smith 5 days notice prior to exercising those visits on Thursday. They would be supervised while we're under the supervised part and unsupervised after that.
And what was the time frame on those again, as far as on the Thursdays, Judge? I'm sorry.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Court costs will be assessed against Mr. Edwards to be paid 1 year from today's date. Do I need to go over any of the possession or anything else to clarify?
I don't think
I
so,
don't
Judge.
believe so, Your Honor. I'm assuming if I Googled the plaza, there would be some kind of address, because I have no idea what that is.
It's on
Hold
287,
on.
but
Yep.
then again,
Okay.
everything in Childress is on 287. So
Okay.
Okay, 1501 Avenue F Northwest, Childress. Okay. Any party can ask for a new hearing on any of the issues I ruled on today by filing a trial de novo with the Childress County District Clerk's Office within the next 3 days. It must be in writing. It must specify the portion of my ruling in which a new hearing is being requested, and notice must go out to all of the parties on the case. Ms. Ratliff will prepare the order, submit it to Mr. Wilson for signature and review. Once I receive the order with both of the attorney's signature on it, and I review it and sign it, copies will go out to everyone. Any questions or clarifications needed?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, thank you for being here. That concludes today's hearing.
Yeah.
And
Good to see you.
The father's side presses hard, but cracks in the story emerge.